So my name is Usov. I'm clown.
So I'm Caroline Dream. I've been a professional clown for 30 years.
First, I would like to say I'm professional clown. I'm working clown 37 years already. I start to be clowns from 16 years old. Now I'm 54.
23 years ago, I started teaching clown with my husband, Alex Navarro. We were teaching at Cirque du Soleil to start off with. And from there, we sort of got hooked and started teaching regular clown classes.
I never ever thinking that I will be clown or teacher, that I will be teacher clown. I like performance. It's my enjoyable. It's my business. Very long years, and last 10 years I performed in Cirque du Soleil show totem. But pandemic came, and I don't know what to do. I just ask myself when it's come, Misha, what will be if you never ever will be clown? What you will do? And I just create this course, and I ask myself. First, I ask myself, what is this clown for you, Misha Usov? And when I answer this question, I get this course and I start to teach. Invisible clown. What is this invisible clown? It's state. It's specially state. It's your soul. Soul come. It's without soul, it's very difficult to perform. You are not clown if you not have soul. It's like plastic flowers. You need to have real flowers inside you. So fine.
Me and my husband, Alex, we'd thought for many years, we must try to produce an online clown class. But at the same time, it just seemed like clown online, that's just like the craziest thing. That's never going to work. How do you work that? So when the pandemic arrived and nobody was allowed out of the house, we basically thought, well, now's the time to try. So first of all, we did try to, and we took an online class with a teacher that we know and realized that it did work. And it was real fun. And then I was also kind of given a kick up the arse, really, by a wonderful guy called Patrick van der Boom, who created the first international online clown workshop festival. And he invited me to come and teach there. And I said to him, oh my God, okay. And so I started with a 2.5-hour class, and wow, I just, we all needed it so much during the lockdown, that to find that it was possible, to find that we could not only come together, but also, people from all over the world. I've had classes with maybe 12 different countries gathering together. I've discovered some amazing things from working online. I think it was high time that clowns got online, and I'm so happy that we're now doing shows online and workshops online. It's just fantastic.
Before, if you will tell me 2 years ago that it's possible to teach Zoom, I would say first I will be laughing, say it's not possible. But now, since June last year, we opened. We have more than 60 students already in our schools, and I see that it's very, very possible. Very, very possible. And I saw how people grow even they act, oven act, clowns act, they grow in front of me. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Another students come from, I think, from Brazil. He's 75 years old, very old guy. I say, why you need clowns when you're 75? He was with beer, take beer. He said, I'm afraid that it will be too late. Because I'm all my life I dream to be clowns, and now I'm 75. And if not now, when? If it will be not Zoom, how he will come to me? And I think I will now, even when come back Cirque du Soleil or in other shows, I will come back. But I already thinking that in the morning I will continue to teach, because it's beautiful, and I don't want to put my students be alone. It's great. They are really good, very talented people.
What I've discovered is that clowns are incredibly adaptive beings, you know. They take every difficulty in their stride, you know, and this online thing was just a difficulty that they had to overcome. But it's actually incredible that once you put on your nose, you can start playing with people, even if they're on the other side of the world. And it's as if they're in the same space as you. It really is. There's no difference when a clown puts on a red nose. The only difference is obviously that there has to be a lot more listening going on. And some people have obviously better technical setups than others. So sometimes people's sound or lighting isn't sufficiently adequate. And that does create a bit of a problem in terms of like people being able to hear each other or see each other adequately. But I found that over this last year, people have begun to understand that, you know, that they can't sit in front of a window behind them and stuff like that. So people have begun to get more and more technically savvy, and especially with the Zoom app, you know, you don't have to explain it to anybody anymore.
What, look, I will show you one lesson, okay? Small lessons. I teach people, it's very easy, online teach people, and you will understand what does it mean. Look, I will show two things and you will understand difference. Hello, my name is Misha Usov, I'm clown. First. Second. Hello, my name is Misha Usov. I'm clown. So when you do separate things, not together all things, but separate things. So online I can teach, you can see it. If you joke or you gag together, people will not see it. Two gags together, two movement together, too much. And this we can easily, very easy to study in these things.
There's a lot of tricks, you know, for instance, if you're working with another person, I found that the best way is that everybody switches off their camera except for those two people, so that they have all the space in the Zoom app. And that's enough for two clowns to be able to play with each other. The other thing that they have to understand is that the audience and the partner is there through the camera. And so, you know, we have to play to this dot of light or this one focus rather than this lovely audience that we normally have. But you can get some great games out of that because you've got the distance. You can start playing, you know, with disappearing and appearing, you know, and so there's a lot of fun to be had with the camera. And I find it's like quite a good training for people to be more, you know, listening, more present.
It's very simple. You have to just surf for audience, give to audience. Give, like in present, you bring your birthday present and you hope that people will like it. But if not, it's okay also, but you just gift. You gift. You not ask nothing. So I stop listen applause and I stop listen if they're laughing or not, audience. Of course I like them people clapping and laughing, but it's not main things. Main things to gift, to share. You have to be in this point. You have to be in this stage. To be, you have to be there.
But one of the most fantastic things about working with people who are in their homes is that they are in their homes. So normally, I mean, I've got this studio set up, but normally people have their sofas or they're working in their kitchen, you know, and they've got bookshelves. So there's all these other stimuli that they can use. And it's almost like they have this online stage where, you know, they've got all these props and new items to play with. So, you know, it is amazingly funny, like that they can go to their bed, you know, and start jumping up and down on the bed. I mean, you could never do that in a in-person workshop because you just don't have a bed available. For instance, there's a great game where you say to the clowns, okay, so everyone individually is going to say, look, I've got in my room, I've got a mug. And then everyone has got to rush off and find something that either looks like or is a mug. And everybody can, because they're, yeah, exactly, they're in their home. But the great thing is that, yeah, you've got a green glass, okay, and I've got this jazzy black and white thing. So we also find out things about each other on a more intimate level, you know, like there's a lot of people with stuffed toys in their house. You would never have imagined that so many clowns had little stuffed toys. I would never have imagined it. I haven't got any stuffed toys, but they bring on a stuffed toy. And so what do I have to do? I've got to bring on my husband who looks like a stuffed toy, you know. It's fun. It's fun. And very revealing, you know, there's something much more intimate about it.
So now I continue to work. We start in June last year. I have student Dal Woltman, I think. He is from Los Angeles. We start to create course. After the 12 lessons, 3 months, he has 6 acts. 6 acts. It's unique. And after it, when he finished, he sees that it's not enough. He would like to do clown show. And he come back to me now. And we start every week, we work 1 hour with him and create his own show. Now he performed Doctor Who Fly to the Mars. He's a professor, he's like etc. I don't know how to say, when the chirurg, explantation, he need to bring not his heart, but another heart to the Mars because somebody already in Mars need to put them. So he flies 6 months to the Mars, and many things happen with him.
Where I'm doing creating numbers online, and we're having a lot of difficulty because it's hard to fix 2 people who are able to see each other, because Zoom kind of turns it around when they've got their cameras on. So they think that they're looking at their partner like that, but actually we're seeing them looking at their partner, you know, so there's a lot of difficulty on that level, that we are finding maybe that the immersive view is going to change. It's a new thing that they've added to Zoom just recently. And we found that maybe with immersive view, we can find a way that everybody's going to see the same thing. But obviously in person, you can touch each other. That is the big difference. You know, you have that physical being in the same space, and you can create images with a lot more ease because you're physically there. So, I mean, I did an in-person one just last weekend, and I did all the exercises you can't do online, because half of the exercises you cannot do online because they are dependent on people being able to really be close to each other and sense each other. And so there's a lot of physical games that are much more difficult to play in Zoom, obviously.
For me, clown, it's poet, lyric. Why? Because he writer. He write his own story. He write his own story. Clown share his pain, laugh, his own experiments he share with audience. He's not take from another people. That's why what different between actor and clown. Actor perform another role. Shakespeare write for him, composer do music for him, director say how to do it. For clowns, we have now nobody, you know. We have to create all things. We have to be Shakespeare inside us, and we have to explain our own story. Like Fishman act, for example, I explain story about my father. I saw it in my father because he was alcoholic and he go to fishing and drink alcohol. That's why it's my story, my own.
I have always believed that, you know, clown was just good for people, you know. It's just everyone should find their clown, know their clown, be able to play in clown. I really believe that it's just something that is good for you, is healthy, is you know, there's a whole chapter in my new book on that, you know. Clowns make you feel better, but they also make other people feel better, you know. I just think on a societal level, it's I've always felt this way. It's been my like passion that people find clown. I just think it would be a better world, you know, because clowns have hearts and they feel things and they're human and they understand, you know, that things affect them. But also they're optimists and they can overcome their problems and, you know, they can bounce back. And there's just like lots and lots of reasons why people should experience their clown.
I think actually that God, so now exists 257 countries, I think, or something altogether. I don't remember exactly. And I think God bring for each country for one clown that people will not live, that it will be not boring. But you know what? Unfortunately, all clowns move to Germany because they need more clowns there to be more funny. So they live all in Berlin now, and I was in the same.
I'm working with trauma victims, you know, with clown. So, you know, it's just so adaptable in so many different areas. I mean, I'm really excited about what people are doing. And I think it's high time that they did it. You know, I really do. I think that, as I said before, it's so important that people realize that they don't have to take everything so seriously.
I think it will be the same. Theater was very long, and it was even in Shakespeare time was many very strong infections and how pandemia. It was many times pandemia, but they left, but theater stay. So I think people now audience very miss our art, really art, and I believe that when they start, just what start, we have all people hungry for these things and they will come, you know. So I very, very, very believe for it. Just come and we will sell all shows because they need, and for us it's also need. And I think it's already very fast will happen because pandemic, I feel left away. Also, I would like to say, I write book name Invisible Clown, if you know it. We translate it now in English, and soon it will be, I hope we will sell it. And about these ideas, what I tell you, this is many ideas about this book. It's about our soul of clowns. Because if you have even technically good clowns, can do many tricks, many things, but without soul, you're not clowns. You're like plastic, like functions, like mechanisms. I would like that you will be a live person with soul.
And then, as you know, I started writing books on that teaching experience because I found that there weren't enough books out there, and especially books for students, of clown students. So that's why I decided to write specifically on what I thought my students would be interested in, wanted to know. So I did a lot of interviewing, both of professional clowns and of my students, to find out lots of information. And basically, I have been on an investigation of clown for the last 20 years, really. I brought out my second book, Clown Yourself. Here is a copy, just in the pandemic. So that was one joy that I had in the pandemic, to bring out a new book.